the beginning just didn't look rattled. They looked prepared. That league in Australia that he was coming from, that's one
Yeah.
of the toughest in the world.
That's what?
That's one of the toughest leagues, pro leagues in the world. That league in Australia that he was playing in.
Word? I didn't even know that.
Yep. Yep. So
See, with me, with overseas players, and I hate to even be this stereotypical, but to me, overseas players, the number one thing that worries me about them is their durability, bro. Like because you got somebody like Porzingis who is a 7'3", and they call him a unicorn, right? But son is only good for like 50 games a season, if that.
and that's the flip side of the coin of starting their careers as early as they do and putting that mileage on as early as they do.
Yeah. I
Anybody,
mean,
anybody big who move like that, they bound to. Like I'm praying for Bobo. Like I just such a supreme talent, but when you that size and you're lanky like that, it just feel
is
like
he that good though?
I'm skill set wise, yeah, man. Like if you watch him some stuff, like I realize when you get to the league, man, they try and put you in a box for a number of reasons. If they allowed him to like do what like he's capable of doing, you wouldn't even ask that because you would have seen the highlights of it. But there's glimpses, there's glimpses. By the time he's in like his 30, he's definitely gonna be shooting a lot of threes, pump fake, one dribble finish. Like I definitely see that in his future. Um, Mitchell Robinson got a skill set for that side that people don't know about too. Look
Yeah.
him from high school.
Yeah, I knew Mitchell Robinson from just seeing his games with the Knicks and all of that stuff. Son is actually pretty dynamic. But now when you think of it, it's like, do big men even matter if you can't shoot a three now? Because I mean, Joel Embiid he's the best big man in the league. And to me, Joel Embiid being the best big man in the league, I kind of look at it like, man, I mean, where is the big man going at this point?
So you put him over the Joker, definitely.
Oh, damn. Now I got to retract my statement. Well,
Question, because I still have him over, but slightly, man. The Joker's bringing. I think that they both could score. I think Joker's a better playmaker. I just think Embiid just has more in his bag, and he can shoot the three as well. He can shoot the jump shot, so that's why I give him that edge. But like Joker's right behind him.
yeah, I think for the sake of what Joker brings to the table, dang, he might be, here's where we'll settle. We'll say Joker's number one in OS, the number one big man in OS, and Embiid is number one big man in the East. But it's like I guess they both fighting the same battle, man. They both got to get to the finals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to come out their conferences.
And just to throw that versus back in it, like Joker got the closest, right? Because you know what I'm saying.
That's
like,
true.
Listen, bubble season, so you have to throw that in there.
Yeah, I mean, so wait, when you say the bubble season, do you take anything away from this championship?
I don't think
that this Lakers won.
Listen, I mean, I've been a Laker fan since the moment I with the game. You can thank Nick Van Exel for that. So it's hard for me to it's like sacrilegious for me to be like, no, we're not gonna count that. But at the end of the day, it might have made it more difficult in a way. It might have, but at the same time too, that traveling and playing a true road game, it in the past it's been a difference maker in championships. So it's you have to factor it in that it made it kind of it made it more competitive. It created some some competitive balance in that sense, but it's just not, it's nowhere near, it's not the same as if you were traveling on the road and what that's like. And coming into another city late night and all those dynamics, all of that was eradicated in this.
Yeah. I mean, I guess when you think of those outside factors, it makes sense. But to me, the bubble just kind of like negated all of that. Therefore, it's just nothing but skill on skill on skill. So you know what I mean? Like, to me, I feel like, man, just battling through that COVID adversity, battling through what the nation's going through, all of those things like that. I feel like that championship is definitely, valid. But anyway, it is 7:06. I waited until 7:06 because my main man Ace is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha. I had to throw that in there. I had to wait for 7:06. Give him his props. You already know. My main man, real quick, he's an author. One of the best ball players I played with in college. Is a prolific scorer. Now he's a trainer. He's the owner of the Run app. He's the father of a soon, basketball superstar who's also a Brackenville baby baller. This guy, he's definitely a avid tournament runner and player development aficionado. He's a two-time Battle of Sparta champion. He might have 3, I'm not sure. But it's my main man, Coach Ace. Give it up.
Thank you.
You already know. So, Ace, tell me how you know Zach, man.
So Zach actually is a player at a program that my athletic company was brought in to do player development with, St. Bernard's. So that's where we actually, first met, and I first got to see him as a player. And then for the past, I think, 5 weeks, he's been attending a Saturday morning clinic that I've been running in Brooklyn with the Brooklyn Lifestyle Athletic Club in Canarsie.
So Zach, man, the world is getting smaller. Yo, you got 2 coaches now. Oh, snap. Yo, Zach, talk to me, man. How shocked were you to see Coach Ace?
You guys are funny.
Did you know I'd be on today?
Yeah, I saw the poster with your face on it.
Okay.
Oh, snap.
I was so surprised. I showed my dad. I was like,
Hi.
So let's get right.
I was like, how did he know that? How does he know about Brackenville? I was like,
It's moving. It's moving. That's how you know it's moving, man. Yo, Karim, I see you in the back, man. Good looking for coming. You know what I mean? Everybody that's who that over there? Skull Shaker. You got a new name over there?
Yeah.
I see you over there putting in that work. Yo, y'all getting y'all push-ups in?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think you fronting over there. But that's good. I sure hope y'all getting y'all push-ups in. Yo, Coach Ace, let's get right into it, man. Talk to us about the Run app and tell us exactly what it is.
So the Run app, I guess the best way to describe it is it's an app that we hope is going to digitally reinvent pickup basketball. And, it's going to do it in a number of ways. It's going to solve a number of problems. All right. First off, there's no more going to a park or wanting to go to a gym and not knowing who's there before you get there, and whether they're the right kind of competition that you want to play against. If you're somebody who hosts tournaments like Mr. Johnson did for a number of years, or somebody who hosts pickup basketball, or somebody who just has your friend get together and play basketball and no more needed to talk to them on one app, take payments for them in another one, you can do all of that within the Run app. And our whole thing is pushing people to stay active. That was the reason why I created the app for me purposely, to be able to find pickup experiences so that I can make sure I was staying active. So that's our whole mission behind it, is to build health consciousness, unite the basketball community in a unique way, and reward people for actually staying active, unlike any other platform or any other thing has been able to do.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. When I first heard of the Run app and what it does, I was like, yo, this is next level. This is next level. Like, imagine already know. First of all, we come from the bicycle era. You knew where all your homies was because all they bikes was on the side of the park or the side of the court or whatever, or in front of their house on their lawn, whatever the case may be. But to be able to know where players are actually playing basketball, that's such a dope thing, yo. Like, that's so fire.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, like you said, you remember the days where, we wanted to, especially as kids. First of all, the reason why we chose to focus on the youth demographic, they don't play pickup ball like we do. That getting on the bike and going to different parks to play other people, they don't know. They don't know that world. Now, for everything is organized basketball, AAU, like workout practices, and studies have shown that they are actually less active than they were before, because of the fact that they just sticking to the schedule, as opposed to when you and I were coming up, where every day we were going out. We could be at the court for half of a summer day. You know what I'm saying? So that's again one of the motivating factors, for us. But when you go on a bike, you go to 3 different parks maybe before you can actually find that good run. As an adult, I'm driving around from park to park, not knowing. So we feel like we've solved that problem with this app.
That's popping, bro. That's what's really good. So you said there's other people involved when it comes to health and stuff that's on the Run app too?
That's involved with
In health and like player development and things of that nature?
So the app basically, I think a lot of people, they kind of see what we've been doing with the app so far, and they think like because we host competitive experiences, that's what the app is mainly about. But we actually build the app to facilitate anything that anyone is doing in basketball, right? So if you are a trainer, if you're somebody who hosts tournaments, you can get a profile within the app just like a player does, and you can, market, invite players, and reward players from coming to your, competitive experiences. So we wanted to make sure that, like, when somebody goes on the app, that once we're officially live, because right now we're in a soft launch, that you're guaranteed to just find somewhere where you can go and stay active, get engaged, get better, and just continue to be healthy.
That's what's up, man. I wish you all the best, because that's a tough feat, but the best outcomes come from the toughest feat. So I definitely wish you the best on that. So on the post and on the flyer, I was I put a topic up there about playing with, having good workout partners. How important is it to have a good workout partner?
I mean, it's very important. For the majority of my career doing player development, I was doing like large group settings, for the most part, and then I started to shift towards doing more personal. I always had personal clients, right? But now, if a parent asks me like, "Yo, I want to do a personal session," the first thing I ask them is like, "Why? Right? Why do you want it to be personal? Why do you want it to be private? Why do you just be him?" They say more time, right? So the reason why I ask that is because I want to get them to understand that if you're in a setting with one other person, right, you're still going to get pretty much the same amount of reps, same amount of instruction, but now you're a sparring partner, right?
Yeah.
See who you're going to be able to compete against, even if not directly, just because you're thinking that I don't want to be outworked in the setting with this person, right? So if you're taking advantage of the moment, you're going to be competitive in that situation, but also being able to encourage one another. I feel like the kids who make the most progress in my history of doing this have been the kids who had siblings that also played, and that speaks to that question right there, right? The fact that that person has somebody in their house who they can compete against every day, who they're striving to be better than, or be as good as, and somebody who can tell them like when they're down, like, hey, pick your head up, or point out the little things that they may be overlooking on their own. So very, very essential. The company you keep as a player, I think, is very, very, very important to your future, just like it is for in success. And like they say that the people who are surrounding you, your 5 closest acquaintances usually indicate your level of success or where you're striving to go. But the same should apply as a player. So Zach needs to make sure, like, although he has his boys who's cool with in school, that at least 2 or 3 of his friends are people who are going for that same hoop dream that he is.
Yeah. That's what's that, and it has to move in that direction. Have you noticed, because you've been coaching and doing play development for a while, have you noticed any kind of shift in, let's say, hunger due to like this, the newer generation of ball players, or do you think everybody is still like, I'm with it, like I'm still gonna make it do what it do?
I mean, I think that there's definitely more of a hunger. I feel like there's more people who are going for that dream than there might have been before, because organized basketball, the business of it, especially at the amateur level, has become what it's become. So more people playing, same amount of spots though, right?
That's right, same amount of spots.
Pretty much the same amount of universities, same amount of rosters, right? But a larger pool, right, that's going for those same spots. So those who are going to make it have now had to do more, and then now you're also exposed to a lot. I tell these kids now that they're spoiled. They're spoiled. Right? they're entitled to a certain extent too. When I wanted to work on a particular move back when we were coming up,
Right.
you had to watch it on TV,
Mm-hmm.
watch it on an N1 mixtape, watch it again.
Word.
I had to go outside, and it had to be up here, and I had to attempt it. At least if I'm doing it now, like they have their phones, they can watch from their phones, they can do it, but yet they don't, right? Like at least
Right.
at least not everybody. So it's definitely, I think everyone is becoming more aware that it's more people involved. So there's more of a push to say, if you want to do this, if you want to be a part of that small group, you've gotta elevate. And the talent is different. I'm coaching a 12U team right now. This fin is coming from getting our butts whooped at a tournament. We put them against some of the best teams on purpose, so they can come back. So they can come back to the lab and understand like what's out there. But when I coached another team years ago at that same age, talent was different. Talent was different. They weren't as big, they weren't as fast, so yeah, the game is evolving, and it's evolving in the right direction. I think the future of the game is in good hands.
So we're gonna talk about the future of the game. We're gonna talk about good hands. We got your son coming up. So let me give you a situation, man. He's top 5 in the nation, graduating high school, man. All these teams want him. Do you recommend going to college or no?
So the question, I guess, is:
Are you absolutely?
The one and done rule is still in place, or is not in place, or is
Dang, when you think about it, I guess I got to rephrase my question now, because by the time your kid gets to college, this is going to be what, 15, 16, 17 years away? The one and done rule might not be there.
So the question is still relevant then, all right? So assuming that the one and done rule is gone. Honestly, like if he's top 5, if there teams that want him and they find a way to make sure that. I honestly, I don't think I send him to college. I don't think I send him to college, but I would, depending on what he wants to do in addition to being a player, that would dictate, what kind of education he gets on top of that. Kobe Bryant got his degree.
That's true.
So players who get their degree. So if it's necessary for what he wants to do, then yeah. But listen, I'm not. The facility that I work at, I'm sure there's parents that are listening to this, that I work out of. There's a soccer coach that's in there, really great soccer program. And I saw him with some of his older kids one day, and long story short, I was like, these kids, they like, some of them on a college track, they're on college. He laughed.
Wow.
To college, he said these guys and their parents, like, they're committed to, like, we have 2 out of the country like trips coming up. These guys are going to be. They're working to be pros, like overseas. Their parents, they haven't thought about college, but and I was like, wow, that's the difference. That's the difference in our sport. In our sports, basically like basketball, they try and make you feel like if you even if you want to have a career in that, you're forced to school. Out of the United States, that's not the case. Overseas, not the case. When it goes other sports, that's what you want to do with your life. Then they put you on that track, and make sure that you have a foundation, academically to build, to survive. But that's it. They help you pursue your actual dream.
Yeah, I'd like to chime in on that, DJ.
Talk to us.
Yeah, with regard to the academics, I feel like once you have a strong foundation academically, which you should be going from kindergarten to 12th grade, you should be prepared for life. College, it kind of refines you and makes you a little more socially aware, but outside of that, once you get out in the workforce, not that college is a waste of time, but depending on your job, what your career, where you're going, it dictates whether you should go to college or not as a necessity. Like if you want to be a doctor, bam, no 2 ways about that. But there's so many people in finance, business, and so forth, no college degree, millionaire, billionaires, so on and so forth. So if your athletics can take you to that point by circumventing the college thing, and you have a good academic background, once you have your smarts and you're able to read and write and think for yourself, you know, and you have the support, the family support, I'm totally in agreement with the speaker.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else want to weigh in on going to college or going to the pros? Kareem, you got like 30,000 kids. How you feel about if your kid want to go to the?
I got 2 kids, first off, but during my day job, it's funny, I'm a college and career coordinator for the DOE. And honestly, you know, when I talk to my students, I have the real conversation on like what career they want. And I agree, like if your career requires you to go to college, go to college. But if it doesn't, then choose another training route. Specifically for sports, I think when people bring up college for players in general, I feel like they might be people thinking, hey, what if this doesn't go like your way as far as like you making pro and something else to fall back on. But I think at this point, going directly or trying to go directly to pro, especially if you know if a team is going to take you, I think that's a better bet, right? I think that's a better bet. And then you get your education. If you do want to get it, you get it on your own time.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah, I think.
By the way,
it's
Kareem is.
hey.
But I said, by the way, Kareem is a co-founder in Run. You know, he's my right hand man.
Whoa, yo, Kareem, I didn't even know that. So that's what's up, man. Congratulations on that. I love to see y'all go together some more.
And then Keith Lewis, who's also in here, is also one of the partners.
Okay.
As well.
Shout out to Keith.
They all fathers as well. So they got young hoopers. You know, future hoopers as well.
Man, that to me that just sounds like a bunch of suicides for Zach over there. Zach, it sucks, man. All your coaches in the room. Zach, what's going on, man? You better go grab Dylan and bring him with you. Split some of those push-ups.
Nah, that's a great question, though, man. That's a great question because I feel like that's you know, something that's you know, pretty soon we're gonna be back to that you know, where that one and done is gonna be.
Yeah, because it's a real question now. Now people are questioning the integrity of the universities, man. This is a big thing.
Yeah. I mean, listen, if you want to go down that route,
ooh, matter of fact, let's not even do that.
All right, I just want to chime in real quick. I think that's why that question is so important because you do get these universities who are making like billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And then college players who can't work, but who are bringing in this type of money. So I think that's why that specific question you asked, PJ, was like very important for current times.
But these young players that are on here and parents, if you listen to this with your kids, you know what Mr. Johnson said is, you know, that's what you all should take away from that. He said if you're academically sound,
right,
you come out of 12th grade, right? So making sure that they are really going hard with building the academic foundation during middle school, during high school, and not just relying on what the schools are teaching them, and making sure that they are, you know, being informed on the things that they're going to need for life that schools don't often teach, right? So, you know, it definitely starts, you know, in the home, and I think, you know, the parents knowing how much work they put in, and the kids know how much they put in dictates like whether they're going to need that time or not. But listen, if you could go earn millions, man, right, out of high school,
word. Just going to take it. Keith, you want to chime in? Keith?
I hold back.
Okay, I guess Keith can't hear us. I was trying to see if he wanted to chime in on that. But we do have a question from my main man, Zach Hayes. He said, how do you guys feel about the game that the Lakers won by 1?
Which game was that in the finals?
No. The game, what was it, yesterday or the day before? What it was recent, right, Zach?
Yeah, I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Was that the Celtics one? Yeah, that was the Celtics one.
Against the Celtics.
It was. I was actually that was Saturday night, so I actually had a game. So I only caught the end of it, but I mean, just from that ending sequence, the Celtics had a chance there. That was a really good contest by the guard. That was guarding Kemba. That's Kemba's classic move, you know. But that hand, you know, he put up kind of made a difference. Kemba had a rough night shooting, you know, which, you know, listen, when you're human, so no matter what, right, your confidence
Yeah.
up and down. So you might not have shot that, you know, with the utmost confidence, but yeah, it was a, you know, it was a tough win and tough loss for them.
Word. So Zach, tell us about it. How you felt about the loss or
Well,
the win, depending on what kind of fan you are.
I didn't really watch the game, but I heard about it and I saw the highlights. So, I like how they played in terms of shooting and contested defense and stuff like that.
Who's your team?
Okay. Who's your favorite team these days, Zach? I need to know.
Right now the Lakers and the Nets. Right now the Nets I'm kind of tizzic about because they have Harden, so it kind of messes me up with Harden, KD, and Kyrie on the same team. So,
Yo, that's a big thing. I mean, we got another question, and we're gonna get right back to that, Zach, because we definitely have to talk about that. We got a question from Nathaniel. What about the Nets' bad defense in the last seconds versus the Wizards yesterday? First of all, who's in? Oh yeah, that was Westbrook. Westbrook put up like 40 something, right?
Yeah, I mean, bad defense in that sequence, or bad defense since since the season started, because their defense has been atrocious. Like, you know, and it's unfortunate because a lot of kids can be dialed in on them and paying attention to them, and you know, it's bad. It's bad. I mean, that moment, you know, the pull up by Beal. I mean, listen, like, you know, not much you could do about that. The turnover was probably the most egregious thing, you know, there. But the overall game, 140 something points, like that's unacceptable.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Unacceptable.
I mean, do we have any defensive stopper teams these days? Is defense even a big thing anymore, bro? It's like everybody just on a race to score 130 points. First to 130 wins.
You also be proud as New Yorkers, man, because your team is playing some of the best defense, you know, in the league.
That's the truth.
It's not leading the wins as of yet, but they're building the foundation. I expected it with Coach Thibodeau because that's the kind of, you know, guy he is. The Lakers are good defensively. You know, they are. You know, definitely have to recognize what they do on that end. And you know, prior to this season, like one of the things that, like, you know, I've always said is that the Warriors, like people loathe over their offensive capabilities.
Yeah, that's true.
Defensively,
yeah.
But after KD, even before KD, man, they moved on the string. They moved similar to the way that the Thibodeau Bulls team moved when they had Rose and Butler and things like that. So so there's a few teams, man, who you know, I don't think you can win a championship without having a decent foundation as a defensive team. You know, on that end.
Yeah, playing the same team 7 times in a row. You got to have some kind of defensive strategy because there's absolutely no way you're going to get all the way to the finals. Not the finals. Eastern Conference, Western Conference, maybe the semis you might could get there. But like, you know, like you said earlier, Golden State Warriors, as much firepower as they had, you know, offensively, they definitely had some defense during those title runs, man. They had the Iguodala's, you know, those guys, the length of KD. Clay is a lockdown defender. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about Clay too, because I heard Clay talking some trash. You heard that soundbite?
When he was interviewing
Yeah. He flat out said Son wasn't good. Yeah. And you know what? We actually got to talk about Shaq because I haven't been very vocal about Shaq and how, you know, he kind of came at Donovan Mitchell. How you feel about that? Did you see what he said?
I actually missed that. What did he say?
All right, so basically, Shaq on TNT after a Utah Jazz win, Shaq said to Donovan Mitchell, "Donovan, you're a good player, but you don't have what it takes to win a championship or to be dominant in this league. How do you feel about that?" This is on live TV, bro. And Donovan was so shocked. He was just like, he froze, and then he said, all right, thanks. And then he took off the headphones and walked away. I was like, yo, that was kind of corny as Shaq, man. What you think about that?
It was surprising from Shaq. Like, Yeah, that's a little surprising. I don't know if he was trying to test him or something like that. But I mean, did after the fact did he articulate as to why he felt he was not going? You know, he didn't play.
No, I mean, I didn't see any, like, he didn't even try to clean it up after it.
Hmm.
You feel me? He was just like, you know, whatever. Like, how do you feel about it? I'm just like, bro, you can't. I don't know. I kind of felt like it was a little whack for him to kind of put him down like that.
Yeah.
Did anybody else see that?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be looking for that clip when you get off. I need some context behind that. Because I disagree. I don't think that. I think that like if you surround him with the right pieces, like he is, you know, he is the type of person whose talent can take you there. You know, but the good thing that they did was bringing in Conley because you know he was sort of playing a dual guard role where he was responsible for making plays for others as well as scoring. You know, for a season, which is not what you want him doing. You want him focusing on getting buckets. So bringing Conley in, you know, somewhat like you know help with that. So you know, so I think they're one of the hottest teams in the league. They took a bad loss to Denver yesterday, but I think they're one of the hottest teams in the league. So.
Yo, I actually like Mike Conley, man. Like Mike Conley is a good, sturdy point guard. Like if you have a killer that could do the 2 guard thing, if you have a killer that's like a good 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying? I think Mike Conley is one of those sturdy point guards that could actually bring you to, you know, the finals. Or I don't know if he's gonna win it for you, but at least he'll get you there.
Yeah, he's having a better year than last year was a little disappointing. He took a step back. I don't know if it was because of the money or what.
No. The year before that, he had an injury.
No, but when he came back for Utah, and listen, bubble season, so it's like you know you don't know what anybody was going through in that time, but he definitely was not playing. Even before they got to the bubble, though, he was having a bad start to that season. But listen, I mean, you play for the same franchise and the same system for as long as you did. Memphis had an identity, you know, team. So, you know, that, you know, he probably just needed some time to adjust, but definitely having a better year. I think he seems to be more comfortable when he's playing, but, you know, definitely somebody who I feel like when it comes down to the postseason, they're going to be able to rely on down the stretch.
Man, we talking about the postseason and we ain't even 20 games in. I think everybody just kind of anxious to see, you know, who's actually going to get to the finals. Because this whole Brooklyn team, look, I am not a fan of the super team situation. Let me say that so that it could be known. I am not a fan of this super team situation. However, I guess it's a little different when it's in your hometown. I hated it in Cleveland. I hated it in LA. Man, you know, I mean, I don't really consider Boston that what you call it, that title run a super team. I think everybody was like, you know, 1 foot in the grave. Everybody was old men by the time that Celtics team actually won a chip. But this super team situation, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Can we even rely on Kyrie? Is Kyrie good for the rest of the season? Is he going to show up every day? Is he?
I mean, I think at this point you probably can. I feel like with everything that took place during that time, it's kind of like one of those things like to go back to that. I mean, I think something would really have to happen that would provoke him to doing that. The real question would be like injury wise, like that's the real concern. Can he withstand?
Well, now we got 2 problems because one is injuries, absolutely. The other one is his mental state. Is he mentally okay to run through the whole season all the way into the finals?
Yeah, I mean, I think only time's gonna tell with that. You know, like I said, I'm hoping, I'm leaning on the side that what just took place is maybe him and his camp kind of realize that can't really do that again, or we gotta avoid trying to do that again.
Yeah.
But I mean, listen, they have Kyrie's he's a smart guy, so I think he's aware that they have an opportunity here, and winning the championship is not easy. You know, so when you have a window, you have an opportunity to do so. You can't waste it. You know, you can't waste.
That's true.
You know, so you know, I think that they're gonna need every game and every opportunity to connect and to develop a rhythm with each other. So I think we're gonna see them there. I think they're gonna do what they've been doing in terms of giving guys their necessary rest days and making sure at least two of them are playing at all times. And yeah, I think they'll be in.
All right, cool. Yo, real quick, I want to switch up gears. First of all, I want to thank everybody for coming to the locker room. The two rules, we only got two rules in the locker room. First rule in the locker room, this is not a classroom, so if you got something to say, just let it rip, man. I want everybody to be comfortable in here and talk about what they got to talk about. The second rule to the locker room is bring somebody with you. That's it. Bring somebody with you. All right, so real quick, Ace, this segment of the locker room is called I Wish. I'm going to give you the first half of the sentence, and I want you to finish the other half. You ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right. I wish Kyrie Irving would.
Become a better playmaker.
I wish Steph Curry would.
Stop with the fancy stuff all the time. Some of the turnovers.
Actually, I love the jelly, man. I love it. I wish the Knicks would
figure out a way to get Dolan to sell the team.
Ooh, I wish the Nets would.
I wish the Nets would.
All right, we'll come back to that. I wish Trae Young would.
Go for shoot more. Honestly.
Shoot more. Word up. I was waiting for that. I wish Zion would.
Shoot, demand the ball more.
I wish Shaq would.
Shut up sometimes. Not.
I was waiting for that too. I wish LeBron would.
Stop caring what other people think so much, and but yeah.
I wish KD would.
Demand the ball in down the stretch.
I wish Giannis would.
Work on that jump shot.
Ooh, wait. And last but not least, I wish I could.
I wish I could open up every gym in New York right now for these kids.
Let them play in the snow like how we used to do at Old Westbury, man. Go to the back of the gym and leave it cracked with a bottle with a bottle top.
Say nice.
Oh, my man Ace. All right, yo, real quick. My man Zach. You ready, Zach?
I'm ready.
I know you ready. You over there itching. You can't even sit in your seat. All right, here we go. I wish Steph Curry would.
Pass the ball more.
I wish Michael Jordan would.
I
don't know if we want to see MJ coach.
Yeah, that might.
We'll come back to that, Zach. I wish the Knicks would.
Come on. Win a game. I was going to say
Win
that.
a game.
Yeah.
I wish the Nets would.
Trade Harden.
Ooh.
Trade Kyrie, man.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yo, Nate, we gonna get to you, Nate. I wish Trae Young would.
Find a new team.
I wish Zion Williamson would.
I don't know.
I wish Shaq would.
Shut up.
I wish LeBron would.
Play more defense.
I wish KD would.
Stop being a ball hog.
I wish Giannis would.
Stop playing aggressively.
Ooh, and last but not least, I wish I could
fly.
I wish I could fly. Yo, Karim, we gonna swing it to you. You ready, bro? That's a yes? Are you trying to find an unmute button?
Right. Yeah, I was trying to unmute. Go ahead.
I hear you. Okay, I wish Steph Curry would.
I'm drive more.
I wish Michael Jordan would.
He got to find a good coach.
I wish the Knicks would.
I I think the Knicks need to find a new owner.
Oh wait, I wish the Nets would.
I think I'm gonna go with Trey Harden. I don't like this. I don't like this three superstars on the one
wait, that's
squad.
what-
I don't like the
Ooh,
Avengers assembling. I don't
Thank you.
Okay, I wish Zion Williamson would.
You got to develop a hook shot.
Mm.
A hook shot, that's throwback. I wish Trey Young would.
He got to stop flopping.
Ooh, okay, that's big. I wish Shaq would.
Shaq. I wish Shaq would allow these young players to like develop into who they really are.
I wish LeBron would.
I wish LeBron would consider, I guess, like ownership, team ownership.
Huge. That's huge. I wish Kevin Durant would.
I mean, my man is nice, so I guess more mid-range jumpers.
Talk about it. I wish Giannis would.
He got to develop a half-court game.
And last but not least, I wish I could.
I wish I could end this pandemic.
Oh, that's big. All right, cool. Yo, Nate Boudreaux, you ready, brother? Nathaniel, I'm gonna swing it to you. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's have some fun. I wish Steph Curry would.
Shoot more mid-range jumpers.
Oh, I wish Michael Jordan would.
I don't know about that one.
I wish the Knicks would.
Try to make it to the playoffs.
I wish the Nets would.
Trade Kyrie.
Dang, man. I wish I wish Trey Young would.
Not sure.
All right, I wish Zion Williamson would.
Work on a three-pointer.
That's big. I wish Shaq would.
Yeah, just be quiet.
I wish LeBron would.
I think he's all right.
I wish KD would.
Have control over the ball in like close game situations.
Oh man, it sounded like that loss hit your heart the other day. I wish Giannis would.
Work on his three-pointer.
And last but not least, I wish I could
Be the best I could be in anything I do.
That a boy. All right, Ace, we're gonna swing it back to you. This part is called This or That. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Put back dunk or alley oop?
Put back dunk.
A buzzer beater or a blowout?
Buzzer beater.
Up and under or teardrop floater?
Teardrop floater.
Oh, okay. Regular season MVP or finals MVP?
Finals MVP.
Black coaches or black owners?
Can be both. Owners, black owners.
Okay. Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray.
Ooh. Philly 76ers or Brooklyn Nets to take the East?
Oh, Brooklyn Nets.
Park or Jim?
Jim.
Lakers or the Clippers?
Oh, Lakers.
Oh man, all day. All right. Keith Lewis. Keith, can I swing it to you, Keith?
Absolutely, man. What's up, brother?
All right, Keith. Let's get to it, man. Put back dunk or alley oop?
Put back dunk. Definitely.
Buzzer beater or blowout?
Buzzer beater.
Up and under or teardrop floater?
Up and under.
Regular season MVP or finals MVP?
Finals.
Black coaches or black owners?
Black owners.
Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray?
I'm gonna go with Mitchell.
Okay, Spider. We got one for the Spider. We got the Sixers or the Nets in the finals?
Nets.
Park or Jim?
Park.
And last but not least, Lakers or Clippers?
Lakers.
Oh man, all right. Let's see. My main man Dylan over there. You ready, Dylan? Can I swing
Yeah.
it to you, Dylan? All right, now
Yeah.
let's get in. Put back dunk or alley oop?
Alley-oop,
Buzzer beater or blowout?
buzzer beater,
Up and under or teardrop floater?
up and under,
Regular season MVP or finals MVP?
finals MVP,
We need black coaches or black owners?
black owners,
Get some. Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray?
Donovan Mitchell,
Another one for Spider. We got Philly or Brooklyn going to the finals?
Philly,
Philly? Oh man. Park or Jim?
Park,
Okay, I'm with you. I love the park too. And last but not least, Lakers or Clippers?
Lakers.
All right. Yo, Zach Hayes, man, you look like you itching to get some of this. You ready to get some of this?
Yes.
Put back dunk or alley-oop?
Alley-oop.
Buzzer beater or blowout?
Buzzer beater.
Up and under or teardrop floater?
Teardrop floater.
Regular season MVP or finals MVP?
Finals MVP.
Black coaches or black owners?
Black coaches.
Donovan Mitchell or Jamal Murray?
Jamal Murray.
Philly or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn.
You better act like you know. Park or Jim?
Jim.
And last but not least, the Lake Show or the Clip Show?
Lake Show.
Round of applause for yourselves, man. Thank y'all for participating. Word. All right, so real quick, Ace. Over the week in the locker room, we was discussing, the best basketball duos of all time. Who's one of your favorite basketball duos?
I mean, I got a few that I
Give me your top three.
top three. I think Penny and Shaq,
Penny and Shaq, okay.
was a great duo. Stockton and Malone might
Got it. Can't leave them out.
yeah, in the ring. I mean, they just that they were perfect for one another. And I mean, at the top, you gotta go Scotty and
Oh man, I was waiting for that. I was gonna cut this whole thing off.
That's right.
You're gonna go top three. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gotta go Jordan and Pippen as number one.
Mr. Johnson, Uncle Mark over there. You ready? Give me your top three NBA duos of all time.
I think he pretty much said it there because it was Scotty and Michael, Stockton and Malone, and
Give me one more.
oh man, duo.
No love for the glove and
That was my. That was
Yo, I was thinking that. I was like, nobody said the glove and Kim.
the only that was there.
we can't leave them out. All right, come on. So Keith, we gonna swing it to you, man. Give me your top three duos of all time.
Definitely Kip in the glove.
Okay.
Jordan and Pippen. He already said Malone and Stockton. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Trying to think. I probably would go. Was Kenny Smith and Olajuwon?
No, absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Different teams.
I love the
was-
Jet.
no,
I love
was
the
it Sam
Jet. You know what I'm
Cassell? Was it Sam
saying?
Cassell? Oh, I got a better one.
Okay.
Kid and Martin.
Kid and who?
Kenya Martin.
Okay. That's I would say a Kid and a Martin combination would kind of almost be like Chris Paul and Blake Griffin almost.
Except they liked each other.
Except they like each other. Yo, I didn't even know that CP3 and Blake Griffin didn't like each other.
I mean, that's the whole reason why that
I didn't know that either.
Wow.
Wow.
It was more toxic than people thought. That's also a reason why you got to put Phil Jackson where he's at, and Doc Rivers. I love him, but different level, because that's what it's about at that level, man. Personalities.
That's true. All right, Zach, I see you itching over there, Zach. All right, bring it on. Top three duos. Give it to me.
You gotta love two brothers, Curry and Clay. Kobe and Shaq.
Kobe and Shaq.
And LeBron and Wade.
LeBron and Wade, Kobe and Shaq. And who's the first one you said?
Curry and Clay.
Fast.
Curry and Clay. That's crazy. We actually forgot to mention Curry and Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
That's pretty cool. I'll go with those guys. Kareem, give me your top three, man.
All right, so definitely Jordan and Pippen. I'm gonna agree to Kobe
Right.
and Shaq. I'm gonna say Clyde and Elijah.
Yeah, I could go with Clyde and Elijah.
Yeah.
I could go with Clyde and
Old school.
Elijah. I wish, I'm not gonna front though. I wish they had more time together. I think.
Yeah.
How many years Clyde spent over there with Elijah? 3, 4?
It was big. There was so many people who would go with Elijah. That's why it's hard to give him like a, you know what I'm saying. But him and Clyde were great. Him and Sam were great. Him and Kenny were great. But yeah, man. Definitely.
Very poppin'. Yo, anybody in the audience that I didn't call on that want to weigh in on your top 3 duos all time? All right, cool. Let's move on a little bit.
Go
ahead, Alan.
I got one. I'm gonna definitely say the homie Jay Will, the homie White Chocolate and KG.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody.
And Chris Webber, you mean?
Huh?
You mean White Chocolate and Chris Webber?
Wait, didn't he play with Kevin Garnett?
No. That was your main man, Starberry.
That was
that was Starberry.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about right there. Yeah. My fault
Showbiz
about
and
that.
KG.
Nah, but
Give me 2 more.
he on to something there too, because the KG and the Steph was great. If you watch Steph's movie, you see how deep that ran. But White Chocolate and Chris Webber was also a very good duo. It gave my Lakers a run for their money, you know, a few years in a row.
Word. All right, so Alan, you got Showbiz and KG.
What about
Give me 2
Parker
more.
and Duncan too?
Parker and Duncan got busy.
Yeah.
Would definitely have to throw. I would have to throw for those couple years that AI had what's the name?
Y'all better put some respect on my main man name. First of all, AI's best duo teammate was AI. That's it.
Yeah, AI and who was he gonna say?
AI and AI. That's it. Just him and himself. I even said they need to pass the ball to nobody. That's my main man.
All right, but like, all right, and then here we go for the closer. We can't forget about Starks and Ewing.
Ooh,
I was thinking. I was
thinking that, but I thought I was gonna get clowned for that one.
Yeah, they ain't win no championships.
Yeah, I didn't even want to bring it up, but those are my dudes though. So
yo, listen, I don't think there's a New Yorker on the planet that'll still feel sorry for Starks and Pat, man. We wish they was able to bring at least one to the Garden.
Yeah, man. Especially when the Bulls were out, then when Jordan was out.
Yeah, right. That 94-95 season.
That was the window.
But I guess you couldn't deny Orlando that year either, man. Shaq and Penny was really they was putting in that work.
Yeah, that they was going crazy.
We got a throwback question from my main man Zach. He said, "What about Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West? What you know about Wilt and Jerry?"
Who threw you that, Zach?
Who texted you that?
No,
Where that at?
Daddy at work.
All right.
Okay. So talk to us about what you know about Wilt and the NBA logo. What you know about them, man?
I played 2K, and I used to scroll back and go back to the old teams, and I see Jerry West and Kareem and Wilt on the same team. So I looked at their overalls and I seen that how they played together as one, like as 2 partners.
Right.
PJ.
Yo,
Who said that video games weren't educational?
I mean, listen.
They are though. It's crazy. They actually plug 2K with all kinds of information and history from back in the day, man. That's definitely one of the popping things that they did with 2K, so that it bridges 2 worlds, man. It even bridges 3, because you got people that grew up with guys like Dave Bing and those guys.
What about Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum?
Yeah, they got an argument.
they have the potential. They have the potential if they stick together and they get past, you know, where they've gotten past to in the playoffs to win that conversation. But before we move on, though, we do have to, like what Mr. Johnson was saying. I know he said it jokingly, but you know, 2K is definitely filled with a lot of education. When you think about, like, you know, the shot stick and the shot release in terms of like the timing of too early, too late, like those are things that I'm able to reference in training. You think about you know, how they, you know, if you call for a screen and if you're the guard who's the person controlling the ball and you don't wait for the screen to be set and go, and how it's about, you know, a foul, a violation, that's a teachable moment for
Yeah, definitely.
I'm bringing in. So yeah, it's definitely things that you know, that players learn if they want to learn, you know, that they could pick up from playing that.
Definitely, for sure, for sure. Well, you know, this platform is all about spreading out information and what we're doing here in the communities and so forth. So, Coach Ace, Coach Karim, Coach Keith, you know, I definitely commend you guys on the Run app, and, you know, drop a few words as far as what the future of the Run app is looking like.
So, you know, right now we're adding, you know, two pretty cool features to the app. One that we you know, we can't divulge
I hear you
right now, but you know, we really we're excited about it. You know, we feel like it has, you know, patent potential, and I think that it's, you know, it's going to be something that is going to really help the pickup experience, you know, kind of, you know, in a way that nothing is done before, making it more efficient, making it more balanced competitively, and you know, using the app to be able to accomplish that. So, you know, we're excited. You know, right now, obviously, COVID, you know, is something that it's a factor.
everybody, man, too much.
It's a major factor. You know, but we're preparing ourselves to help not only individuals, but you know, entities out there like facilities to be able to transition back into playing, and our app is you know, is going to support them in that. So, you know, so we're looking forward to, you know, to that as well. And, you know, we've got some really cool thing. Our Karim is not only a partner, but he's our head of gaming, and you know, he is you know, he's responsible for kind of, you know, creating this game culture within the, you know, the app. So we have some exciting things going or planned, you know, to go down that path that we think the kids, and we think adults as well, right? Because we all some people, you know, still playing games this day, and you know, no judgment on that, because, you know, that's you know, games are you know, they serve a different purpose to different people. So we're still gamers. You know, but yeah, we're excited to tie gaming more and more into it, because, you know, we believe that the app is going to push kids to be active, but also make them feel like they're participating in their own version of a virtual gaming community.
Yo, and another thing, another reason why, you know, we created the locker room here at Brackerville is because I wanted to introduce a career in basketball for kids that won't make it to the league. You know, and you guys are absolutely doing that, because even somebody that is like a gamer, somebody that's a developer like Coach Karim that can, you know, put together an app, he's still making a living off of basketball, even though he's not a player. You know, like, so this is really big, man. Yo, Karim, you want to weigh in a little bit on your future expectations of the Run app?
Yeah, well, you know, a lot of when we think about careers and when we just think about basketball in general, and I'll get back to the app definitely. You know, what I tell a lot of my students is that, you know, I know we see the game on TV, but think about all those people that are there in order for you to actually see the game, right? So think about the coaches, the trainers, the doctors, the owners, right? The agents, right? But also think about, like, you know, the market people, right? The people who make the business connections to the networks. Think about the cameraman, the lighting, the sound guy, right? So there's a lot of different careers in basketball so, you know, you'll be able to surround yourself with the sport that you love, even though you may not actually be able to play. You know, when we're just thinking about the app, you know, you're playing ball, and ball is fun to play with. You know, ball is fun to play, right? I think, you know, when we talk about gamification, we're trying to take what you do in real life, and I'll just say put it put it in a way that it has a real effect on what happens to you with the game that we're developing now. So, you know. So I actually dropped the link in the Apple. There isn't an Android version yet, but soon come.
Okay. So, all right, man. Thanks, Kareem, for weighing in. Yo, Coach Keith, you want to give us a few words about the Run app, man? What you think? Where's it going? How you feel about it? Keith, you hear me?
Man, first I want to thank you for your platform, man. Your platform is amazing.
Thank you.
And everything that you're doing. Thank you for having Ace on and us on as well. In terms of the Run app, you know, we really came at it with the mind state, even from Ace initially talking to us about it, is about really like changing the lives of children, getting them more active, getting them more out there in the world, and focusing on that health consciousness aspect of it, as well as like building that leadership and being able to play amongst one another and be able to develop those leadership skills and those skills that they have amongst their peers. As we grew up, we used to go to the ball park and play ball. I'm not as much of a ball, but you know, I used to do what I could do on the course. But it was that environment of being amongst your peers and being able to rock out is what really developed skills and got those players to that level where they could exceed their expectations and go further. And that's something that we really want to push forward with the Run app and just the Run experience in general. So we're really excited about 2021. We had setbacks, of course, with COVID. I think everybody has experienced that, but we're really excited about where we're going and the things that we're bringing to the table. So everybody look out for it, and we're excited about it. Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. One time for the Run app, y'all. Oh man, it's good to have everybody here.
Yeah.
Yo, word. Thanks again for everybody coming out. Man, this has been a dope locker room situation. Next week we got somebody that's in sports medicine. One of my homegirls, her name is Brittany Jones. She's into sports medicine, and we're gonna have her on here next week. So we're gonna have some fun. If you don't already have it, go on and dribble on over to BracketvilleBooks.com and pick up your copy of Cash on Set. My main man Ace. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't forget your t-shirts. Don't forget your t-shirts.
Oh yeah, and the t-shirts too. But we got some new stuff coming out, man. We got some new stuff, especially me getting my butt kicked on Saturday by these toddlers, man. That toddler training camp was serious.
My son loved it, man. He was out here trying breathing heavy, everything.
That's what's up, man. Thanks everybody that came out to that toddler training camp last Saturday. There will be another one on February 27th. So actually, the end of every month, the last Saturday in every month is gonna be toddler training camp. So we just really trying to stay active over here at Bracketville Books. Yo, Coach Ace, Coach Kareem, Coach Keith, Run app, everybody. Thank y'all for coming, and I hope to see y'all again next Monday.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
Bye.
Good luck, y'all. Oh yeah, Jazz. Shout out to OS, of course.